The road to Football Manager 21 starts now. This is season 11 of my road to glory on Football Manager 2020. Let's see how we get on. And that's right, it is season 11 for us now. Our second season in the Premier League. We managed to survive last season. I say we did it alright in the end. We'll just take a quick look, just to remember how we finished. We ended up finishing 15th with 36 points. My goal for this save now is just to win a trophy, but I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do it. I really don't. It's the 13th of October now. My plan is to play as much Football Manager and to record as much Football Manager as physically possible. This shirt looks really funky on through the camera, doesn't it? But I just want to try and get as much done as I can just with this save and hopefully try and get somewhere. The fact that we've managed to get into the Premier League, I think, is a very good feat as it is. And I did get distracted by other games and all this other stuff and kind of lost the love a little bit for this save halfway through. I feel like I forced it a little bit, but we're here now. We've just done the transfer window. I've signed 14 players. One of them is Jacobson, who we've managed to get back on loan again, but he's joining for 10 million next season. That is probably going to be way too much money for him, for someone that's not even a Premier League player, but it will do. But we've signed 14 players. Not all of them are amazing. We'll go for it. We've spent £45 million as well, almost 46, but we have sold some players, 9.25 million. Considering we haven't had the most amazing players and we're just slowly now getting through that thing. The only player we really sold for big money was Oz, £9 million. He went to Hamburg. He's actually worth 15. I probably could have got a bit more for him, but I needed the money in anyway. He was on quite a bit of a wage. We bought him for 6.5 million. No, we didn't. We bought him for 8.75, so we didn't really make much of a profit on him. But he just didn't really cut it for us in the Premier League. He played a lot. He may have done a lot better for us like the coming up season, but we've signed some decent players. I think we're not going to need him. And the other player that we sold for money is a player that I've never heard of before. So he's gone. Players that have left, Charlie Owens will actually just go on left on a free. We'll go through release players first, actually, because there's quite a few, actually. Anthony has gone. Jack Wadham's gone. Wilkes has gone. Luke Shaw has gone on a free. No, well, he's left. James Bree, Zila, and Jean-Luc. So the two backup goalkeepers have gone. And goalkeepers, oh my, that was a bit of a difficult one, but I sorted it in the end. So this is what we're going to go through. These are the players that we've signed, and we'll just kind of go through them all. I need to kind of familiarise myself with these players, learn some of their names as well. So we've got Claudio Russo. He is a defensive midfielder. He's 18 years of age, and a lot of these are young as well. And some of them are Premier League ready, some of them aren't. But looking at this guy's stats, I'm not being funny. He's only 2-star, but with marking as 15, his passing as 13, tackling 14. He's really good as a ball-winning midfielder for us. And he can play in the central. He can play kind of as a defender as well. He's a ball-playing defender, which we might use him on. His technique needs a bit of work, but his bravery is 16. He's 5'9", so he's a bit short for a defender, but his strength is really good. Well, his strength is 10. His stamina, pace, he's good. His jumping reach is decent. His heading is 6. His heading needs working, but other than that, he looks like a solid player for us. We bought him for 800k. He's worth 550. So, I don't know. He played one game for Milan last season. He should be alright for us. He'd be kicking around the squad a little bit, seeing how he does. Then we spent £9 million on Dominic Wright, and he's a right-hand-sided player, which we needed to improve the right-hand side. Oz wasn't good enough, and we brought him in. He can play on the attacking wing. He can play on the normal wing. He can do really well. He's only a 3-star player. Could improve. 4 stars. 25 years of age. It's report-wise, he is a Premier League player. No, it actually says Championship. But, well, it'll be fine. We did spend £9 million on him. Hopefully he'll do alright. One of the biggest signings we've got, and I think one of the best players that we've signed, is Callum Hudson-Odoi from Leicester. He's 28. He's in his prime. He's on a lot of wage, £95,000 a week. But we just needed someone of his like calibre at the club. £8 million from Leicester. Leicester managed to get relegated. He did all right. And yes, Leicester did get relegated. He played a lot of games for him last season. It just didn't work. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get him to play well for us, because he hasn't done particularly well in the Premier League. He's not averaged over a 7. He's not really scored many goals. Hopefully we can get something out of him. He's getting to his prime years now, so he should be pretty decent for us. Going on to that, we managed to sign Ancelotti, who we had here last season, on loan, the striker. £2 million we got him for. I thought it was an absolute bargain. The most expensive signing, 18 million, but almost going up to 90 million with other things, is Kyle Nicholas, who is a right winger. Again, someone else to go on the right. And he's 3.5 stars. He's 19 years of age. He looks good. He's only valued 13 million, but it's report-wise, he can be a very good Premier League player. Potential to be a decent... I'm guessing he's probably only a decent player in the Premier League. But he will do for now. It's probably a lot of money what we've spent. But I'm hoping I can get some of that back. He'll have a good season. He's got a lot of strength. Not strength. He's got a lot of pace on him. He's all right technical-wise. He's good. His finishing's not that great, but he's not going to be finishing. His crossing, his dribbling's good. So he's just going to be a winger either on, again, either side, which is what we need him to do, like either high up or drop back, as we did. Then we've signed someone called Baby. He is another right-hand-sided player. He is a right back. Also, he's a left back as well. 23 years of age, Portuguese. Again, we just needed to improve this right-hand side. I just feel like that was just weak for us last season. So we've got another right back in. Again, he's decent. He's had a bit of football. He played in the Championship last season for Birmingham on loan. Did all right. Again, he's not done anything spectacular throughout his career. But with 3 million for him, he's worth 7.5 million. Even if it doesn't work, even if I can get 7 million for him, that's going to be money well worth spent for us later on down the line. Andy Dixon is a central midfielder that we didn't really need, but I kind of bought him in just for backup, pretty much. He's going to be annoyed that he ain't going to play much football, but he is a fringe player, and pretty much he is what he is, but he's just there for backup for midfield. Then we've got Uchi from Norwich, £725,000 we spent. Another defensive midfielder, 21 years of age. Someone, again, his stats are really good, a deep line playmaker, mainly for the midfield, again, cover. But his stats are really, really good. 5'11", again, he's very similar to the other guy that we've bought in. I can't remember what his name is now. But he's a playmaker. Again, the two kind of roles that I like, the ball-winning midfielder alongside of a playmaker. That's how I like my two midfield players to be. It looks good. It looks like it could work well for us. Moving on, Manuel, who obviously we had here last season at left back. We've got him in on part of a deal that we had for the loan deal. £1.7 million, definitely well spent. He's £8 million worth of a player, and he's decent. He had an alright season for us last season. I think we only brought him in January, and he did really well for us. So yeah, he's in. Jacobson, we know, I've just spoke about him. One of the best signings that I've made is a free signing. Yedi, I'm going to call him. We got him, this guy, on a free. He left Aston Villa in the Championship, scoring 20 goals last season in the Championship. Yeah, we know 20 goals in the Championship doesn't mean he's going to score 20 goals in the Premier League. But his report-wise, he is a decent player for the Premier League. It's what we want. His finishing's decent, 12. He's pretty much a very good advanced forward. And we got him on a free. He's worth 21 million. And if anything, he can be used to just bring in some more cash if we need it. The club's not going to need the money. That's why I can keep hold of some of these players. George Smith was another player that I got in, 800k. I think he's a goalkeeper. He's the first of the goalkeepers that I got when I started to panic about getting goalkeepers in, because I was really, really struggling, because we lost Nancy and all this sort of stuff. He wasn't going to come back on loan. This goalkeeper is banned for a game, Jordan Smith. Again, his potential-wise, he's pretty decent. 24 years of age, young for a goalkeeper. Then we bought in this guy, and he is good. And I've realised Perry just Gilbards. He's just got a stupidly long name. I'll think of a nickname for him as we go along. But an attacking midfielder, 19 years of age. He's on loan from Juventus. He looks decent. His first touch, 16. These are the sort of players that we really need to start bringing into the club. Again, I think most of them are still saying the championship quality, but I think that on that verge of championship to being a Premier League championship player. So I think he will do us the world of good. And then finally, we managed to get Richie, not Nancy, it was Richie, that's his name. Richie even, back on loan again. And it was just a very last minute deal in the transfer window as well. It was like an hour to go. We managed to get him. So yeah, he's back. Yes, he conceded 61 goals out of 36 games last year, but that was because the defence wasn't that great. But he's improved. Like I say, he's by far the best goalkeeper that we've got at the club. The team report kind of looks like this, the squad depth, and this is the lineup I think I'm going to go for, the 4-2-3-1. We tried it at the back end of the season, and it worked well for us. The back four is going to be quite familiar with the midfield, with the central defenders. The left-hand side is going to be the same. The right-hand side is going to be right. I'm sure there's some other players that we brought in, but yeah, this is pretty much how it's going to look. So it should be all right. Schedule-wise, we've got Everton the first game of the season, which we're going to be doing in just a second. But before we do that, let's go to the competition. We'll have a look to see where their predictors, with all the signings we made, where we're going to finish. I still reckon it's going to say rock bottom. Yeah, 1,000 to 1 to win the league, rock bottom. And yeah, I don't blame them, probably. We didn't do too great last season. We managed to get some very good results. The win against Man City to keep us up was my best result of the series so far. Even though the game didn't think that was the best game for us. So yeah, we should do all right there. Some big games coming up. So this is how we're going to be lined up for the first game of the season. We've got Ricky's going to be in goal. Baby's going to be starting on the right-hand side. We've McDonald and De Gea. I'm going to start De Gea. One, he's got a bit more potential. His stats are better than Endhall. And he moaned and wanted to play more football last season. I'm going to start him with a chance. I really am. It just means Endhall, I haven't even got him on the bench, to be honest with you, which is really kind of bugging me a little bit because we've got Bean as well. He's had a good pre-season, and I'm really kind of half tempted to bring on Dean instead. I think I'm going to start, not Dean, Bean. I'm going to start him instead. He's had a good pre-season, Bean, and we're just going to see how we go. Endhall had a good pre-season as well. It's worth 15 million. I generally feel like he should probably be starting, but we'll just see. I really want to get him on the bench. I'm going to leave it for this for now. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to do anything with it. Beans there. Manuel on the left-hand side. Then with Shrewsbury Neville as a deep line playmaker with Moles just by the side of him. We have got Uchi on there. That's fine. Who's the other ball-winning midfielder that we've got? We've brought in so many players, I generally don't know who's who, and some of them are actually still in our under-23s. I feel like we just need another midfielder on the bench. Right, Nicholas, who can play on the right-hand side, so he's coming in playing on the right. Yeti up top, Hudson-Odoi on the left-hand side, and I just feel like I need to sort this bench out a little bit. So we've got cover for the left, just with Ancelotti. Cover for the right, Merrill and Dominic Wright. We don't need two strikers on the bench. We need a midfielder on the bench. And just bear with us 2 secs. Sorry, I thought I was missing a player, and I was, to be honest with you. It is the midfielder who we brought in, the youngster, but he's not available. But we are going to bring on probably... Oh, no, yeah. Oh, he is available. I said he wasn't available. Russo is going to come on for... I'm going to go Merrill instead. Right, okay. This is how we're going to be lining up. Let's just get straight into the game and just see how we get on. So here is their lineup. They're going to go for a 4-5-1. We'll just see how they get on. I feel like that's a bit of a defensive kind of thing for them. Right. I know we're underdogs. Do we owe them from last game? No, we'll go with underdogs. I can't remember facing Everton last season. Did they somehow get relegated and then get themselves back up again? Or did we lose against them? I don't actually know. So we are... I've changed the tactic. We are playing defensive. It worked for us last season. The board didn't particularly like us playing defensive, but it worked. We managed to stay up, so I'm still just going to go with that sort of mentality. I don't think it's playing attacking football for us will work at the minute. But Nicholas is there. Nicholas with his first shot for Harrogate, and it just goes wide. Again, I have not really created a team that's going to keep possession well. But I think Hudson-Odoi, we don't want him to get sent off in his first game, but he's made a fantastic pass. And I thought that was going to be Yedi's first goal. Unfortunately, it's not. But we've got a corner. McDonald whips it in. Anyone there? Moles picks it up. Moles just having an incredible career. He really has with us. And it's only a matter of time before he starts falling out of favour in the team. I'll probably replace him for one of the youngsters that we bought in. Probably Uchi. Almost conceded a goal. Just because he's been around. If he's still good enough to play, he will do. But I will start replacing him and finding him a replacement for Moles, because he's getting to that end of his contract. Yeah, well, end of his playing career most likely. He'll probably keep going. He's not going to be as good enough for us forever as that. No, baby's not going to get himself sent off. Giving away a free kick though, and we go 1-0 down. Right, now we're going to go attacking. We've tried going defensive. We're away from home. Didn't quite work, so we're just going to... It's just a set piece, isn't it? I hate set pieces. I really do. But we're going to go attacking. We're just going to go at them now. Another corner whipped in. I thought we gave a penalty away. And I think we have given a penalty away. Baby's not having a great time of it. We've given a penalty away, and we've saved it. Richie's keeping us in it, but it has gone out for another corner, which we have to defend. It's not a good spell for us. The last 10 minutes have just been all Everton. Just show some passion. Here we go. We've got a corner. Hudson-Odoi whips it in. No one there. I need to sort out my bloody set pieces. Murray. Nicholas is in. Yet he's there. Get in. He's just equalised for us. His first goal of the season. I'm hoping we've got a Premier League striker here that's going to score a few goals for us. Because that was a nice goal. Just hammered that home. And it was a bit kind of messy. But Hudson-Odoi managed to get his first assist for the club. Right, there we go. 1-1 at half-time. I'm happy. Keep it going. My only worry is Hudson-Odoi being on that yellow card. But we'll just have to just monitor that. Probably bring Yedi down to the left. Bring Ancelotti up front. And kind of just watch that yellow card. Maybe take Murray off and just go 4-3-3. Just make it a bit more defensive, maybe. And bring on one of the other players we've got. Gold has a chance. At one point, I thought it was Giroud they had up top. And I was like, how old is Giroud now? As if he's still playing in the Premier League. But he's not. And this is going to be another Everton highlight. But we might as well go attacking. There we go. We've won the ball here. Yedi gets tackled. Nicholas has a shot, and what a goal! Kyle Nicholas with his first goal for the club, making it 2-1. And yes, I've bought in a lot of players, but we just needed it. We really did. And hopefully it's just going to be a revamp. Nicholas with a hell of a shot. If he's going to score goals like that for us, he might as well keep playing for us. That is awesome. That really is. Right, I'm going to make a couple of subs. Hudson-Odoi, I'm going to have to bring Yedi down. I need to figure out someone that can play on that left-hand side. And Ancelotti, who can play better on the left wing. In fact, we'll do that. And then probably do that. Put you... we bring on Russo as the ball-winning midfielder in defence. Probably at this point, probably should have brought Longdon on. But he's not even on the bench. He's just a youngster. I just want to see how he's doing. Isn't far from the first team quality. We'll give him his first cap for the team, and we'll put Shrewsbury Neville as an attacking advanced playmaker. And we'll just kind of go from there. 2 subs made. Just tell them to show some more passion. I probably should go defensive. Probably not. They've just scored. I was thinking about maybe going a bit more defensive. No point now. They've scored. We'll skip it, but it's 2-2. I'll take a draw. This is such a better start to the season than we did last season. I can't remember who we had the first game of the season last season. I need to stop saying season, Luke. Ball whips in. There we go. Nicholas plays it out to Moles. Russo tries to look for Ancelotti on that wing. Doesn't get it. Can we press them and can we get the next goal? Doesn't look like it's going to be probably Everton. It really is. Oh, no. John Saunders scores for them. Let's just skip it. Come on, guys. Demand more. We've given away another free kick. 4-2 is not going to be good. 3-2. We've looked better. Left-hand side, though, you've had a terrible game. Boronis has had a terrible game. Nicholas is going to come off. Dominic Wright is going to come on, though. I know Nicholas has done very well. But Dominic Wright, I'm just thinking conditioning-wise, we'll get him on. Again, I'll demand some more. See if we can push up and maybe get a last chance. Moles, can you step up and get a goal for us? We lose it. I should have gone defensive. Even when it was 2-2, probably should have dropped defensive, to be honest with you. But it's still going to be a tough season for us. It really is. But we're going to have to take it. Calmly say, unlucky boys. But we scored a couple of goals. A couple of the players made debuts. There's still a way to go with this team. They need to gel. But hopefully this is a team that's going to keep us up in the Premier League. So we're going to end this episode here. We're going to come back. I'm going to play a few games. I'm thinking maybe Fulham or Arsenal just to see how we get on. I'll show you all these games here. Or maybe Newcastle, Liverpool probably at the end of the month. We'll probably do that, Newcastle and Liverpool. So I'm going to play through these next few games. See how we get on and fare on. And hopefully we've won a few of them. And we're quite comfortably mid-table. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I doubt it's going to be. So guys, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you're staying safe wherever you are. Take it easy. And I'll see you in a bit.